So yeah, we're having to do this video into two lots, in two halves, because Evie, as you would have seen in the last video, jumped up on the keyboard and stopped the video. God, why do you cats have to upstage the dolls in my videos? Like, seriously? Come on. Anyway, I can't remember what I was up to, but I think I was talking about Laurna. Anyway, she's a lovely artist. Anyway, this doll I watched her make, and I loved him. I thought he was amazing. He is a character from some novels that both Laurna and I really love, Terry Pratchett. We love the Terry Pratchett novels, and we're always talking about them. And she made a Terry Pratchett character called a Feegle. And I loved Feegle from the moment I saw him. And anyway, I was talking to her one day, and she's like, none of my dolls are selling on eBay. It's really disheartening me, and I can't work out why they're not selling. And I'm like, well, what dolls have you got for sale? And she's like, Feegle. And I'm like, oh my God, you're selling Feegle and you didn't tell me? And she's like, well, yeah, I thought you knew. And I'm like, no, I didn't know you were selling Feegle. And so anyway, I bought Feegle because he had to come home with me. And he was a price that, even though, like, she's in the States as well, so he was a price that I could afford, including the exorbitant rate of postage. So he's come home to live with us, as he like little Miss Ebony. Will you not do that to my doll, please? Stop it. He, like Ebony, belongs here with me. So there's like Lolly. You guys will remember little Lolly that another friend of mine made. They're like my babies from other mamas. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Let's get into this box unpacking. And hopefully Evie won't walk across the keyboard and turn the video off again. It means I've now got to upload 2 videos. How annoying. So I think this box has been opened by customs because it's not been repackaged and stuck together. Like, it looks like it's been opened. So I hope that isn't a bad thing. I don't know what that is. You know, I watch box opening videos and I always sit there and think, why did you not open the box before you did the video? And I'm just doing exactly what I hate watching, people fumbling around trying to open their box. But at least I had my scissors handy. Don't you just hate when you're watching a box unpacking and the person doesn't even have a pair of scissors or knife, like, with them, and they've got to get up and run away to the kitchen to get scissors and a knife? Ever so annoying when all you want to see is their baby. So annoying. So anyway. Here we go. So, oh, this is my Ferdinand kit. Oh shit, I got a paper for that. Yep. So there's my Ferdinand kit. That guy is available for a custom order. Oh, it's a little blue cow. Blue cow. King's Reborns. That must be. Oh yeah. I didn't know what your nursery was called, Laurna. King's Reborns. There you go. Yeah. So if you want to look her up on Facebook, look up King's Reborns. Wondered what your nursery was called. And the other side. What's this? Oh, this is all his things. And it's raven proof, I can't get in it. What is that? Oh, it's a little froggy thing. It's a crochet froggy. That's so cute. And it's got holes for ears. It might fit my wear pup. Thank you, Laurna. That's so cute. I love that. Evie, go away. Like, seriously. You're being annoying. Oh my god, it's a little voodoo doll ornament. How cute is that? I'll put that there so it doesn't get broken. Feagle's bone. Lollipop. Can I eat it now if I can open it? What's that? Ooh, it's death. It's a death statue. I'll paint that. I think that's one of those ones that you paint. Thank you, Laurna. I can open this really quickly. I'll eat it now. Scissors. Well, they're mini ones. We don't get mini Chupa Chups in Australia. That is cool. Thanks, Laura. Okay, here's my baby. Oh, he's so tiny. Oh, he's so tiny. Oh, these big cuddles already. Look out, Ebony, here comes another friend. Right, Fluff? Lollipop down. I'll choke on it if he's really cute, so I better put my lollipop down. Alan! Oh my god, he is gorgeous. Aww. Oh, he's a woody. Oh, he's so cute. Hi, little guy. Oh, you're so cute. So this is a Feegle from Terry Pratchett's, well, actually they're in a few of Terry Pratchett's novels. Look at his little dreadlocks, aren't they cute? Oh, he's gorgeous. What a little cutie he is. He's got little red lashes. He is just like the character in the book. Just like him. So he's got all his little pixie tattoos. The bunny foot. So I'll show you his little pixie tattoos. So he's got his pixie tattoos there. So she's done a wonderful job of those. And by the looks of it, she's actually looked at the pictures, reference pictures, and done them exactly as they are in the artworks. You're a typical Scotsman. You don't wear any pants under your kilt. He's so cute. Look at his wee little toes. Those wee little toes. And you got dirt on your face because you've been running through the bush. He's really gorgeous. Laurna, I love him. He is cute. He's ridiculously cute, actually. Oh, you want your little sword. Yes, your little sword's here. There you go, there's your little sword. No stabbing the cats with it, please. We don't stab cats. I'm going to put this on. Put this on. Oh. Just put a hat on. There you go. There's a little hat on. His little cow. So as you see, Laurna, does that go there? Does that go there? I don't know. You can yell at me over Messenger later if that's not where it goes. I can't remember. Must be. Yeah, what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Yes, as you can see, he's going to be loved. He's going to be so loved. So, pop him there next to Miss Ebony. Now, I did want to talk about, what is this? Oh yeah, that's just paperwork that Laurna had to fill out when she posted the item. Oh yes, there is something I want to talk about. Just let me have a suck on my lollipop first. So, we're going to have a little chat, y'all. about something that's been concerning me. Oh, you want that lollipop? Would you tuck that in there? Of late, and it's been upsetting a few of my friend artists in the community. And I thought, well, I might have a chat on video about it. So this is directly directed at customers. Customers who custom order reborn dolls. So I just want to bring something up that will make you understand the process when you actually order a reborn doll from an artist, because there are several really big name artists out there that are starting to, they're either giving up reborning and selling altogether, or they're not doing custom orders anymore, and it's really affecting them. They're getting very depressed about it, and I think it's a real shame, because they are dealing with some very rude people, and they are dealing with some people that just don't really get it. At the end of the day, guys, this is how it is if you're a customer. These are handmade dolls. They take a long time to make from a real artist. I'm going to be really brutal here. There are artists out there that can slap up a doll within a week, within a day even. I've even seen it done in a day. They can churn out like heaps and heaps of dolls within a week, and they just chuck out these really poorly done fantasy dolls, you know, with thick paint. I've seen some dolls that have, like, they're a character with white skin, and they'll just paint white acrylic paint on the vinyl. They might put a couple of layers on there. That's not reborning, and that is going to end up cracking and peeling off the doll. So when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about real artists who take a long time. They take the proper amount of time to make these dolls. They go through the proper process. They create a good quality doll that's going to last a long time. So when you place a custom order for a doll, I'm going to state it quite bluntly: don't be rude and demanding. And I've had customers come to me that are very rude and demanding. It's all about I want. There's no please, there's no thank you, there's no is it possible, could you, do you think this would look nice? It is a I want. Kind of like a spoilt little tantrum throwing toddler, really. Now also, when you place a custom order, you aren't the only one that's got a custom order booked with that artist. I know when people place custom orders with me, they're in a line. They're in a production line. I work on anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 babies at a time, and I quite often have 7 babies in production, so waiting to be done. I don't tend to take any more custom orders on than that. I have a specific amount of custom orders that I will take, because I know that's all I can handle. But when people place a custom order with me, it doesn't mean you're going to get your baby in 2 weeks or a month. It means it may be 6 months down the track. When you place a custom order, pay a deposit. Don't quibble about, oh, you know, I'll pay later. I'll pay when the doll's finished. You need to pay a deposit. It's just like any other handmade goods that you have made. Like if you get a dress made, if you're getting puppies from a dog, you know, if you've ordered puppies from a breeder, you have to pay a deposit, and all that deposit does is it secures your place in line, so that when it becomes your turn, that turn is guaranteed. So with my custom orders, I get you to pay a deposit, but you pay no more unless you really want to, until your baby is actually getting made. So you pay a deposit to keep yourself in line. When your turn comes through, that's when I will basically get you to start paying your paying your payments, or paying a little bit more money, or paying for the doll up front. So that's that first process. The next one is asking for WIP, works in progress pictures. Just keep in mind, guys, that when the reborning process is a long process, and part of the process involves of underbasing and doing all your underbase skin tones. It's really hard to photograph, because during the very early processes of reborning, the doll, there's nothing really to see. I think it's okay to ask for a WIP pic, just for your peace of mind, if you're worried whether or not an artist is actually working here. If you're worried about, if you just want that peace of mind that your doll is actually being worked on, by all means ask for a WIP pic. But just keep in mind that during those early processes, there's not going to be a lot to see. It's not until you're getting into that last third part of when you're starting to do the final details, that sort of thing. So just bear in mind that, yeah, ask for work in progress photos, but don't get stressed or upset if it looks like there's no work being done on the doll, like if it just looks like the blank kit, because trust me, it's not. With my processes, don't you walk in front of that camera. With my process, I have an underbasing process, which is my underbase. That's all it is. And then I'll go through, my shading. I'll go through my lowlights, my highlights. I'll go through creasing, which in itself, it's not just one set of creasing. I actually do lots of different types of creasing in different colors. Same with blushing. And it's not until I start to do the last final coats of the creasing and the blushing that the doll starts to take shape. But before that, which can take over a week or two, there's not really anything to see. So just don't panic. Don't panic about that. The other thing is contacting your artist, and while she's doing the doll, and having a bit of a carry-on that it's taking too long. Come on, let's be real. This is the part that really annoys me the most, where customers complain how long it's taking to get the doll. And just because you've paid for it in full doesn't mean that you're going to get it done within that next week. A lot of us artists, we don't just sit and paint the whole time. One particular artist who's actually giving up on selling reborns, she actually has special needs children at home. She has a lot on her plate that she has to juggle. Other people have families, they work normal jobs. Myself, I'm a grandmother, and I quite often have to babysit my boys. I run a dance school, and I have a makeup artistry business. So, it's not the only thing we do. And just to give you an idea too, you just can't go in and sit down and quickly do a detail on a reborn for 10 minutes. If I'm going to reborn during the day, I have to make sure I've set out at least 2 or 3 hours to sit down and maybe do the creases or do some of the blushing. It's very rare for me to be able to get a full day. So just keep in mind that your artist isn't a robot, basically. They're human. So please be mindful that you are talking to a human being. You've paid your money. Yes, you will get your doll. But would you rather get a doll that's been rushed and slapped together? Or would you rather get something like these guys that's exceptional? particularly her. Like, the work, it's just amazing, just incredible. And I know this little guy, he took a long time for Laurna to make. It took her, I think, good 4 or 5 weeks, if not more, to make him, because I was watching his work in progress eagerly. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. And kindness is free, and I think customers need to be a little bit more kind and mindful who they're talking to. And these scammer pages that are up, I think they're bullshit. Sorry, oh, I forgot. I've got children that watch my thing. Naughty poo word, dollar jar. Sorry guys, I swore. But anyway, we'll get over that. I think these scammer pages are rubbish, because a lot of people get on there. I get that they want to ask advice on, do people know about this artist, what's their reputation and stuff, but don't ask about it on a scammer's page. It is not nice for an artist's name to come up on a scammer's page, regardless on whether it's just being asked for a recommendation or anything. Don't put an artist that's done nothing wrong on a scammer's page. Go to a normal reborn group and go, look, I'm thinking of buying a doll from Wicked Little Reborns. Does anyone know this artist? And then 5 million people are going to go, oh yeah, she's nuts. But don't go and do that on a scammer's page. Also, don't go and blast and bad name an artist on a scammer's page just because you didn't get your own way. If you have been a really pushy, needy, rude customer, and you've been expecting too much of your artist, and you go and you badmouth that artist online in a scammers group, that's wrong. That's really, really wrong, and it's really quite mean of you. Scammers groups are great to report a real scammer, but just keep in mind, misunderstandings do not equal scamming. Lack of communication does not mean there's a scammer involved. So yeah, just don't do it unless it really is a scammer. Don't do it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. So when you're ordering a custom reborn doll, just keep in mind it will be, you are going into a process line, and your doll's not going to be done super quickly, unless that artist so happens to not have a lot of work in the backlog. Just pay your deposit, ask for WIP pics if you want to, but just keep in mind that early processes, it can be a little bit crazy, and you're not going to see a lot. And also, don't be bossy, don't be demanding. I actually have a rule that I've given myself, and I have done it. If I find a customer is getting pushy, they're being rude, and demanding, I give them back their money. I'm the soup Nazi of the doll community. I'm like, no more soup for you, and I give you back your money, and you do not get a doll from me. You do not get your baby from me. I don't care whether it's been started or anything, but you annoy me, you get your money back, and I tell you to move on, because I won't put up with that. I'm a very busy person myself, and I've only really had one bad customer who I absolutely took out. I don't think she buys dolls anymore. But anyway, so that's it from me. Just be nice to your artists, okay? And bye-bye from Feegle, and bye-bye from little Miss Ebony here. And don't forget, if you got a name suggestion for this little guy, pop it in the comments. And I keep saying, someone pulled me up about this the other day. If you like my videos and you like my craziness, like, share, subscribe. Okay guys, love you all, be kind, love your dollies, and rock on.